Here's something the real estate industry doesn't want to say out loud. For most of the last century, where you lived was driven by jobs, family, cost of living. Weather was an afterthought. You tolerated winters in Chicago, you sweated through August in Houston. That was just part of the deal. But in 2026, something has shifted. Insurance companies are pulling out of entire states. Home values in flood-prone regions are starting to crack. And quietly, in moving truck data, in census migration flows, and real estate search trends, Americans are beginning to sort themselves by climate. Not vacation climate, livability climate. And when researchers actually run the numbers, accounting for heat, humidity, sunshine, air quality, and natural disaster risk, 10 cities keep rising to the top. Some of them will surprise you. One of the most famous weather cities in America doesn't make the cut for reasons most people don't understand. And at least 2 cities on this list are experiencing a population surge that is already pushing housing costs up fast. Let's get into it. Before we get to the cities, let's understand what's happening at the macro level, because the context here matters enormously. The United States covers enough geographic territory to contain almost every climate type on Earth. You've got subarctic conditions in northern Alaska and near-tropical conditions in southern Florida. In between, there are deserts, high plains, mountain ranges, and temperate coastlines. For decades, population growth followed the Sun Belt: Texas, Florida, Arizona, Nevada. Warm weather, low taxes, affordable housing. And the growth was real. 11 of the 15 fastest-growing large cities in the country are located in those states right now. But here's the problem. Many of those same cities are now sitting directly in the path of climate risk that is increasing every decade. Sea level rise on the Gulf and Atlantic coasts, extreme heat in the interior desert cities, wildfire smoke making air quality unlivable in parts of the Mountain West, flooding in low-elevation coastal communities that lack adequate flood disclosure laws. Insurance markets are ahead of buyers on this. Companies have already pulled back from large portions of California and Florida, leaving homeowners either uninsured or paying dramatically more. In Florida, average homeowner insurance premiums have reached nearly $5,800 per year for a $300,000 home. In Georgia, just across the state line, that same policy runs about $2,000. That gap is not random. It is a direct signal from the insurance market about where they believe long-term risk lives. What we're entering is a period of climate sorting, where people with the means to relocate begin moving toward places that have inherently lower risk and more sustainable day-to-day comfort. The cities on this list are not immune to change, but they represent the strongest combination of comfort, stability, and livability available in the U.S. right now. Number 10. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston has winters that barely register. Daytime temperatures in the 50s and low 60s, rarely dipping near freezing. Summers are warm and humid with sea breezes off the Atlantic that make even the hottest days manageable for most people. It is genuinely beautiful here in October and November, arguably the best fall weather anywhere on the East Coast. But buyers here in 2026 need to be thinking about flood insurance costs and long-term sea level exposure. This city makes the list with an asterisk. Number 9. Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville sits at over 2,100 feet above sea level in the Blue Ridge Mountains. That altitude keeps summer temperatures substantially cooler than the surrounding Carolina lowlands. Highs in the mid-80s in August, lows in the 60s most nights. It's the rare southeastern city where you don't need air conditioning running constantly all summer. Spring brings remarkable bloom cycles. Fall is arguably the best leaf season in the country. For people chasing the Goldilocks climate, 4 distinct seasons without brutal extremes in any of them, Asheville is one of the strongest options in the entire country. Number 8. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque logs over 300 sunny days per year and sits at 5,300 feet above sea level, high enough that summer temperatures, while warm, are consistently modified by dry air and cool nights. Here's the key variable most people overlook. Dry heat feels completely different from humid heat. A 90-degree day in Albuquerque is a different physical experience than a 90-degree day in Houston. The low humidity makes perspiration effective. You don't feel soaked. You don't feel trapped. Winters are mild enough that snow rarely accumulates for long in the city itself. The risk here is water scarcity, the long-term pressure on the Rio Grande and regional aquifers. That is a real and growing concern for 2030 and beyond. Number 7. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe sits at roughly 7,000 feet. Summer temperatures rarely crack 90 degrees even in July and August. The climate here is remarkably steady. Low humidity throughout the year, cool evenings even after warm days. Winters bring snow to the surrounding mountains, but the city itself stays sunny and walkable most of the year. From a pure atmospheric comfort standpoint, Santa Fe consistently scores among the most livable climates in the country. Number 6. San Francisco, California. What San Francisco actually has is one of the most stable climates of any major city in the world. Average temperatures range from about 46 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit across the entire year. There is almost no extreme heat. There are no tornadoes, no hurricanes, no ice storms. Climate risk analysis consistently scores San Francisco as one of the lowest risk large cities in the U.S. for future extreme heat. The cost of living is the conversation, not the weather. Number 5. Santa Barbara, California. Santa Barbara is where the Pacific Ocean and the San Ynez Mountains work together to create something close to a weather anomaly. The mountains block harsh inland heat, the ocean moderates temperature and keeps humidity low. The result is a climate with almost no extremes. Winters hover between 50 and 65 degrees. Summers are warm but rarely uncomfortable. There is wildfire risk in the hills surrounding the city. That is a real factor for property owners. But the in-city climate itself is about as close to ideal as you'll find anywhere in the continental United States. Number 4. Oxnard and Ventura County, California. Oxnard and the broader Ventura County corridor sit just north of Los Angeles, along the Pacific coast. The ocean influence here is even more pronounced than in LA proper. Average summer highs around 77 to 78 degrees, with low humidity and consistent sea breezes. It gets overlooked because it doesn't have the brand recognition of San Diego or Santa Barbara, but the raw climate data is exceptional. Housing costs are significantly lower than comparable coastal cities to the south. Number 3. San Diego, California. San Diego is the city that tops virtually every climate comfort index in the continental United States. Average daily highs sit between 65 and 77 degrees across the entire year. Low humidity, 266 sunny days annually. The Pacific Ocean acts as a year-round temperature regulator. Surfers don't put away their boards in November. Flowers are already blooming by February. San Diego's housing market is expensive. That is the real barrier. But from a purely atmospheric standpoint, this is as close to optimal as the continental U.S. offers. Number 2. Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu operates in a different category from every other city on this list. Its tropical climate delivers year-round highs in the mid-80s, with winter temperatures that rarely fall below 66 degrees. The Pacific trade winds keep humidity from becoming oppressive even in the warmest months. For climate comfort as a day-to-day lived experience, it is nearly without peer in the United States. Number 1. San Luis Obispo, California. San Luis Obispo has been sitting at or near the top of climate comfort indexes for years, in ways that rarely get mainstream attention. The geography here creates a near-perfect microclimate. The ocean keeps temperatures moderate year-round. The mountains block the extreme interior heat that bakes the Central Valley just inland. Rainfall comes mostly in winter. Summers are warm, sunny, and dry. Winters are mild enough that outdoor dining continues year-round. It is, by most objective measures, the most consistently comfortable climate of any city in the continental United States. The cities at the top of this list are not cheap, but that gap may be starting to reflect something fundamental rather than arbitrary. When insurance markets price Florida homeowners at nearly triple the rate of neighboring states, when wildfire risk is suppressing demand in parts of the Mountain West, climate premium is starting to be priced into real estate, whether people acknowledge it or not. A growing share of buyers now report considering climate risk before purchasing a home. The behavior is changing, slowly, but it's changing. The cities on this list are the ones that don't require buyers to factor in existential risk as part of the purchase decision. No climate is perfectly static. Some of the cities on this list carry long-term risks that buyers should understand. California's coastal cities face long-term water supply pressure. The trend line on reservoir levels and snowpack is not favorable over a 20 to 30-year horizon. Wildfire smoke, even from fires far inland, is a growing air quality concern for the entire western U.S. New Mexico cities face the longest-term pressure from water scarcity and Rio Grande flows, a slow-moving risk that will become more material by mid-century. And even Honolulu, as comfortable as it is day to day, sits in a low-elevation coastal zone where sea level rise over the coming decades will require expensive adaptation. The point is not to dismiss these cities. Every location in the country carries some form of long-term environmental exposure. The cities on this list simply offer a better starting position than most. For most of U.S. history, climate was background noise in the location decision. People moved for jobs, for family, for cost. The weather was whatever it was. What's shifting now is that climate is becoming a variable that feeds directly into home insurance costs, property values, long-term infrastructure investment, and the quality of daily life. The cities on this list represent the places where, in 2026, the basic atmospheric math still works in your favor, where you can open a window in January, where you don't need a generator for the summer, where the weather is rarely the thing that complicates your plans. That used to be a bonus. Increasingly, it looks like an asset. This is not financial advice and not a recommendation to buy or sell property anywhere. Do your own research, talk to local experts, and factor in your personal priorities. But if climate comfort is part of your decision, now you have a map.